Welcome to the Rise of Kingdoms Beginner's Guide. I've got a sick video in store for you guys. We're going to cover everything. If you guys just checked out my review video, or you're just interested in the game and you're just getting started and you're wondering what to do and what's everything going on, so let's take a look at everything in this friggin' game, alright? I love this game, guys. I cover it exclusively on my channel. And if you guys want more videos, hit that subscribe button, because I'm definitely going to be knocking out more Rise of Kingdoms content for you. Just let me know what you want to know, and we will dive into those topics as well. Let's get started. So you want to play Rise of Kingdoms, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to pretty much choose your civilization. So, I mean, you may be a week or two into the game, or a month or so, whatever, watching this, but like if you've been playing for a long time, then you probably know most of everything in this video I'm going to cover. So let's cover a civilization choice here. You're getting started, I would just recommend Britain, because when you pick a civilization, the commander that it shows is the commander that you get, and you will get sculptures for them. It'll help power them up when you're playing the game. It'll be easier to max out your starting commander. So that's an important choice aside from these benefits. But if you prefer these other benefits, or you just prefer, like, I love Rome, like, you could just play it for the pure fact of that. Another thing is you get this special unit, which basically, when you get to tier 4, there are 5 tiers of units. Tier 4 I recommend rushing to and getting your special unit. And tier 5 will take a very long time, and you should not worry about getting to tier 5 anytime soon. So that being said, I'm not going to dive into civilizations. There's other videos on my channel for that. So let's say we chose Britain, maybe chose someone else. So we got our resources, which is pretty basic: food, wood, stone, gold, and gems. In the beginning, you're not going to have gold, and you're just going to unlock it as you go to your academy, your research here. This one here allows your troops to gather gold on the map. So once you unlock these first skills here, then you can unlock that one, and you can gather gold. You won't really need gold in the early game, so don't worry about gold yet. It becomes more important later. So we've got our resources. Obviously, you're just going to gather them on the map. If you guys, now I know, like I said, this may seem basic, but I want to cover ground and just cover as much ground quickly as I can. So we've got your different farms: wood, stone, gold, etc. And you can just hit gather, send your troops, and you can march them out and gather your resources like that. Okay, so we've got gems, which is like the premium currency. You can see you can buy it in the store, and they have different things here. And this one here, Road to Greatness, kind of rewards you for spending gems through these bundles. So when you buy these bundles, they go up in price. So these are Canadian prices you're looking at. If it's US, these would be about $5. So when you buy the bundles, they go up in price, and you get more items and gems. And then there's the gem store, supply depot. Supply depot, you can get a 30-day gem supply. Now, you might be a free-to-play player or a low spender, and if you are a low spender, if you can spend about 20 bucks, I think it might be 17 per US, but it's the growth fund, which doesn't even show because I've claimed it already. And you get gems all the way as you level your city hall up to 25, a total of 81,000 gems. So for 20 bucks, that is a lot of gems. You're gonna need them. Now, what to spend those gems on? Okay, that's a whole nother video. I don't want to get into what to spend your gems on, but in the very beginning, I do want to cover this. So we have a VIP section. Okay, so some games you need to activate your VIP. In this game, you just upgrade your VIP level, and you do not need to activate it on a daily basis. So you're going to come in, you're going to claim your daily points, and that's going to help grow your VIP level. And then you get this chest every day. Since I'm a higher VIP level, I get a different chest. See, I can claim it. And you get rewards. So right now I'm in a good spot because I get 2 legendary sculptures every day, which are hard to obtain, and a golden key and some resources, so that's cool. But what you need to focus on in the beginning is this level 6, because you get a 10% bonus to your gathering and building speed, which is great. But you unlock your second builder. So in the beginning you'll get like a 2-day rental kind of thing, or you could spend some gems to unlock your builder for a little bit longer. But just pump your gems and VIP points. If you get them, make sure you spend them to get to level 6, because this is a pretty important VIP level. After that, it's up to you where you want to spend your gems, but I highly recommend pushing that to 6. So what else do we have? We have our power, which is determined by your building, your technology, your troops, and your commanders. So when you are checking out your rankings, which you might have to level up to do, individual power. This is an old account, so I went a year without playing it. This is an older server. It's kind of a quieter server. I don't think there's too much going on nowadays, but the idea is that you can migrate, and I want to bring this account to a newer kingdom that I'm playing on. Now there's migration rules, and you can't just move your accounts to any kingdom that you want. Check up in the corner here, I'll link to my migration video so you can figure out how to switch kingdoms. Should you choose the kingdom that you're on is not the one for you, and you want to give a different kingdom a try. If you are still within your first 10 days of playing the game, if not, don't worry about it, but there is I totally don't have one, there is a beginner's teleport, and you can use that to travel to a newer kingdom, which is going to give you a up to 10-day advantage on all the newest players joining the kingdom. So if you scroll to the very bottom of the kingdom list, there's the new servers, and you can join just by clicking immigrate, and it will ask to use your beginner's teleport. So don't use the beginner's teleport on anything but changing kingdoms if you choose to do that. Okay, so back on the topic of resources here, we've got your farms that you build. You got your farm, your lumber mill, your quarry, and a gold mine, and you can get up to 4 of each as you level up, and they produce your resources. So you level up more, you get more, they can hold more before you collect them. Simple. And then those resources get stored in your storehouse. So we're going to upgrade our storehouse to protect more resources. So should someone come attack you, they can't take over the threshold of your protection capacity through the storehouse. Now, depending on your kingdom situation, if it's a civil kingdom or not, that will be important or not. Because the kingdom I'm playing on my new server is we actually are all working together. There's not too many people out there trying to attack each other on our own kingdom, because late game, I shouldn't say late game, I should say mid game, is an event called KVK. So let's kind of switch over to an account that is in KVK. As you can see, this isn't one of the original servers. It's 142 for the Lost Kingdom server. So once you reach about, I think it's about 90 days in, 85, 90 days in, you are going to play what is called Kingdom versus Kingdom. And see up here on the top right, you click on that and you'll see that I am in the Lost Kingdom Season 1. And basically, these are all the different kingdoms or servers, 8 of them, that compete to take over the throne in the middle or whatever and win the glorious title, etc. So if you have a civil kingdom, then you guys will be working together for KVK instead of attacking each other, just trying to be the strongest person. So there's that to keep in mind if you're a new player. A lot of new players don't quite understand that. You're going to want to work together with the server that you're on instead of against each other. Okay, so we've got our academy, and you're going to be upgrading your technology through the academy. So you want to focus on your economic tree probably in the beginning, just to get some basic farming up there. Like this would be production in your city. I'm not too worried with that in the lower levels, but the farming gathering speed I like to boost up, so I can farm my resources quicker and have more. Jewelry is how you can farm gems on the map, and there are only about 10, 20, or 30 gems in a resource node, so you can collect gems that way as well. Another way to get gems is by attacking barbarians, and they have a chance to drop them. So if you put a few troops out on the map to attack barbarians, you can see here just by the potential rewards you'll get some gems, and you'll also get these. You can also get these Arrow of Resistance, which is a hard item to obtain to upgrade your watchtower. So you can see this is an older account, but I don't even have my watchtower fully maxed at level 25 because I am short on the Arrow of Resistance, and I don't want to be spending money on those at the moment. So the only way to do that is farm up some gems to get those things. Now you can get those Arrow of Resistance in the Low Harsh Trial, which happens every so often on a new server. If you are currently in Low Harsh Trial or just about to start, do spend a lot of your action points. I recommend that you get, no, I don't want to add more, that you get to farm these barbarians, because you're going to get more gems and you're going to get these Arrow of Resistance and a lot of other goodies. So if you're going to farm barbarians, make sure it's during Low Harsh Trial that you use a lot of AP. Next we have our military building, so you're going to train your units here. And I was talking about you have 5 tiers of units. As you can see, I have my tier 4 unlocked, and this is my special unit, the Samurai, as I am in Japan at the moment. You can click on the details and it'll show you their attack, defense, health, speed, and down here you can see the how the attack bonuses work. So infantry is good against cavalry, cavalry is good against archery, archery is good against infantry, and all 3 of those are good against siege. But siege is good against the watch towers, as you can see here. So there's your different units. Your siege units are good for gathering resources as well. I like to use tier 1 just for farming in case they get attacked. They have, all tier 1 units have a 3-second heal time, so you could have thousands of tier 1s and it just takes 3 seconds total. Otherwise, when you're healing your units, as in these hospitals, that's what they're for, it will take time to heal your units, but it will save you a lot of resources from training them new. And when you are attacking barbarians on the map, or you are fighting another player on the map in the open field, your troops will go to the hospital and you can heal them. And some will be slightly wounded, which means when they return to your city, they'll be fully healed. You just can't use them until you return to your city. So next we have the monument, which this is kind of like your progression bar, and this is old, as you can tell. This is how you go through the progression of your server, your kingdom, and eventually you'll get to the point of the Lost Temple, as you can see here. Who had it? These guys. Okay. Which is, I bookmarked it because it's an important part of your world map. Here is the Lost Temple, and basically the top alliance is going to be working towards from the outer map. Eventually these gates will unlock and you can progress further in, to which the next gates will unlock and you can progress further in. But as you can see, it's becoming smaller and smaller of space, to where all these players are kind of fighting over the main area, which would be the Lost Temple, because these guys here drop really good buffs and they're good to have. And also you can, as you can see here, I don't care about the alliance, sorry guys, I don't care about you. Then we got the Lost Temple, we got titles. So you can see there is a king. So the king of kingdom basically can appoint these rulers, and these rulers have different benefits, and they can also give these other titles, which are down here, to different players. And you can, at this point, once the Lost Temple has been obtained by an alliance, they can promote these rulers and they can give out titles to help you get these bonuses. So say you wanted to do a bunch of troop training all at once, and you might request the Duke title from in the kingdom, or you know you have a big long upgrade, so you want to request that title as on top of getting one of these buffs that drop from these temple guardians. They also drop, these type of buffs also drop in these shrines and sanctuaries throughout the map, as you see in different zones. All these things that you can see here, they will all give bonuses to your alliance, and they also drop buffs, which are these runes here, so you can see that. So alliances, by the way, if you guys want to get into an alliance right away, join your alliance. Doesn't matter which one you start off with, but as you are growing in power, you want to find an alliance that is a top alliance. The top, the better, you know, whatever you can get in. Obviously determines what kind of players and language they speak. That's also important. But you want to get in with a group of people that are active if you are, and that way you can, you know, go for these different objectives on the map together, and press that help button more often and help each other out in many ways and grow together and make some friends, etc. And so yeah, obviously, why wouldn't you play with other players? Join Alliance, ask questions if you need help. And so while we're in the Alliance page, war, anything that's going on will be showing up in here. Holy sites, these are the different sanctums and passes, etc. I was talking about. Territory here, you can claim some resources every day based on the amount of flags that you guys have. So in Alliance, you guys will build flags. You saw on the map here what that kind of looks like as far as territory goes. All these different colors are different territories, and you build these flags, which are these, and there's, you can see the boundaries of that flag. And the idea is to kind of capture these alliance deposits to grow your earnings, as well as reach your way towards the objectives. And you need to start with an alliance fortress in order to build your flags. Okay, so then we've got help. You can, in your settings, turn on a quick help, so you can just click a button right above the mailbox. Will show up anytime someone needs help. You can tap it. So then we get the alliance storehouse, just kind of shows what was going on and the resources your alliance has. Technology, you want to donate resources every day to your alliance as much as you can. That way they can do alliance research to further enhance everyone in the alliance's strength and abilities, etc. Gifts are basically when you guys destroy forts or certain other things, you can get a trophy that works towards, puts points towards this bigger chest on the left here. And then there's the rare one, which is anytime anyone makes a purchase, people get a chest. Okay, so we got a quest thing on the left here, and if you're gonna do, it says daily objectives, I would definitely work through this list every day. Try and maybe use these buffs and stuff like that, these boosts. Maybe around reset every day, whatever time that is for you. So check the map here. You can see top right shows UTC. It's 1:17, which means reset was an hour and 17 minutes ago. And then you can restart the daily quest and try and get this chest. You get 100 free gems a day that way, and a golden key and a magic box. Who wouldn't want a magic box? Alright, so then you've got your objectives, and you can go through these quests, and they're just for progressing basically and giving you items. And then the main quest, as you progress through those, you'll get free gems as well. So if you are only a free-to-play player, make sure you choose wisely what to spend your gems on, as they will be limited and harder to obtain as a free-to-play player, but you can still get them. So I'm going to click on the bottom right section where there's campaign, and now we've got an expedition, Ark of Osiris, Sunset Canyon, Cyrus League. Okay, so expedition is kind of like a campaign little thing where you challenge troops on a map, and you select your troops and you march. I'm not going to go through that, but you want to try and 3-star all those so you can collect all these at once. If you see, I just did by pressing that chest. See, you notice that they're all 3-starred, and once it's 3-starred, you can collect every day, collect the rewards, and it gives you some currency to spend in this shop here, which is where you can get sculptures and stuff like that, and stars to grow your commanders. And you can one free reset every day, and you can buy them like that. And then they'll have a commander which, as you can see, resets in just about almost 3 days. And it'll be this guy for that many days. You can buy sculptures for him if you have currency saved up and work towards expertise in your commander that way. As a new to play player, I would pick constant sculptures, which are unlimited at the point. Max her out first. The only way to get her sculptures is through here. So that being said, this is your legendary commander, this one on the right, and it's 1,500 coins each. You can only do 3 in a day, and that will be a free to play. That was my old account, yeah. So look at commanders, let's go there. As you can see, that was actually my only expertise commander, and by expertise I mean each of my skills is level 5. Once it reaches level 5, that 5th skill will basically be available and show that you've been expertised by the background on your commander. On the left you can see the gold border, and all my epics are expertise, because it's a lot easier to expertise the epics, and these are more, legendaries are stronger and better obviously, but if you're a free-to-play player, you're really going to have to pick and choose where to spend your universal sculptures. So let me show you what that is. At the bottom here, because you can trade in, you want to get each one to 5, and at the bottom here you can see once they're level 5, it will fill in one of these things, and that's how you expertise them. But free-to-play player, you're going to be limited on the amount of legendary sculptures you get, so pick your favorite one. So this one is Minamoto, and they kind of push him on new players, but you can't use universal sculptures on him. You can only get him through these VIP chests. This one here, Hannibal Barca, is obtainable through VIP chests. Let's check out the items button. Before we move on, you got your resources and your speed ups, buildings, training, research boost. So these are basically, next, if you pop one of these, next time you go to train troops, you'll have an increased maximum amount of troops you can train. So you've got a 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, let's say, and you've got on the map, you've got a 15% boost or whatever from a rune, and you've got the Duke training thing that you've asked from the kingdom rulers, and then you want to stack that and maybe pop that off, because you're going to save a lot of time training a bulk amount that way, or save it towards a particular event like the events page here on the right. So beside that gem looking thing, we've got our event calendar. Every day it's going to show, you're going to click on that every day, see what's going on. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is free, which is awesome. I just got a sculpture for the legendary commander. I'm going to go back to this later. Some commanders you can only get through the Wheel of Fortune event, which happens every so often. And then the Mightiest Governor event, some legendary commanders are only obtainable this way, and you can see rank rewards, overall rankings. Top players will get sculptures for that commander. Only the top 50 will get any. This is a heavily competitive area, so you kind of want to pick and choose which Mightiest Governor you're going to attempt to go after. It's not realistic to try and win all of them unless you're spending lots of money. Then we got our regular events. We get these like different events to where you can get different items. It's nothing crazy, this basic one here. Fort Siege, you want to attack Barbarian Fort. I can't really go through the list of events because there's different things going on, so let's switch accounts for a second and I'll show you. Like, there's different events going on different servers at different times. So the Wheel of Fortune and Mightiest Governor event is here. Germany, you can see here you're going to get these different things. Shadow Legion Invasion. And then we got our Tavern. Tavern is where you can open these chests. We've got a silver chest and we've got a golden chest. The golden chests and the golden keys have the best rewards. You can check the rewards list up here and scroll down and see what you could possibly get. So you can see it, the legendary commanders, they're not all in there, right? Like you could potentially expertise all of these ones just by eventually getting enough keys to get all of them, or sculptures to use them. But these other ones you'd have to spend some gems to obtain through different events like the Mightiest Governor, the Wheel of Fortune, or by paying through the VIP chest. Alright, so we're going to go through our commanders. I'm not going to go through them all. So this is one of the accounts I'm working on right now. And I've got Minamoto. I spent some money on this one. I refuse for the meanwhile to spend more money to get him up higher. I would definitely like to see him be 5-5-5-1. But here's something important to know. And I kind of messed up on how I wanted to get his skill, because one day I saw him max out at level 40. I was like, oh, I'm going to bump him up, or 30, whatever it was. And I did, and I was like, why did I do that? Because what you want to do is kind of skill lock. Like, for example, Julius Caesar, level 10. Why haven't I pressed this up arrow and spent these things to level him up to 2nd star? Because I could right now, obviously. But when you get enough sculptures to your skills, you get enough sculptures or universal sculptures, depending on what you want to spend, you'll level up this skill. But when they're all unlocked, it will divide the chance to an equal chance amongst the 3. And typically the first skill is the best skill on most commanders. Now your gathering commanders, that's going to be a little different. Like, for example, Joan of Arc, personally, I think her 2nd skill is probably the best, especially in the beginning. But, and Lohar, for example, his 3rd skill is the best, because he can give his 2nd commander 70% bonus on XP, which is huge. So he's a great barbarian farmer for leveling up commanders. So anyways, back to the skill log. Don't level them up until you've maxed out the skill that you want. Talent tree, quickly touch on talent trees. You can kind of go either way. You can go each way. So right now, if I want him to attack, I got increase his true capacity, and then I could work towards filling out this tree to attack other people's cities with. When you basically, the day resets, or you train a bunch of troops, like if I hit accept these archers, for example, usually that will trigger this girl here to come, and then you can trade resources or gems for tokens. So if you're sitting on a lot of resources, it's good to trade, and usually you get better value. So look, for 30,000 food, I'm getting 50,000 wood, so it makes good sense to do that. 6 hours and speed ups for 400,000 wood. I like to gather, if you don't have your 24 hours or 8 hours, because every day you're going to use a boost. Blacksmith. These are all the things that I can forge. I haven't done too much. I've been trying to maybe focus on a set that you can equip. And you see here your blueprints. Once you have 30, you can combine them, and that will be added to the thing. And so what you want to do is keep your resources, like you can constantly have some in production, so keep that busy every day. And then you got your VIP shop, which is that button there. Every day, every week, this resets. You want to grab your basic action point recoveries every time in these 5-minute speed ups, and I would grab these until you don't need them for late game, and grab these because you will eventually need those as well. And then everything else costs gems. As you level up your VIP, you can see in the VIP shop you can purchase more things that weren't previously available to you at lower levels. So after we've gone through that, there's this listing of wisdom. And if you click on that, you can see you can do basically a multiple choice questionnaire. I'm not even going to care. But this, you go through and you get 10, you get some rewards. Qualify for a midterm, which is live, and you can compete for some gems that way. I have a farm account video which I will link here as well, and that's going to go through a new account, because look how much resources it costs to level up this right now. That's a lot, and it'll take a long time. So the farm account helps feed the main account resources, and you are totally allowed to have that account. There's nothing, I'm not doing anything that I shouldn't, for example. So let's go to settings, character management. This is how you switch between them and make new accounts just by clicking create new character. Okay, there's some things in the campaign I didn't cover. So Ark of Osiris, this is a battleground type match with different structures that you fight against other people. I have a gameplay video I will link to here. It's just basically footage of Ark of Osiris. I'm going to do another video that explains how it works, but If you want to just see a match, you can check that video. Then there's a Sunset Canyon, which you can come in and spend your tokens every day that you get for free to do this. And if you win, you get some resources. So I lost, but you have a daily objective to do it either way. You still get some things, but you get less for losing. And you can hit this refresh thing here to try and find weaker opponents that you can beat. So let's see if I can beat this guy. And you would just deploy armies on the left and choose how you want them to be set up. It remembers it, so you don't have to reset it every day. Lost Canyon, that's for it's the same thing but in KPK, so there's all the servers. One thing you can do in the game is teleport. So say you don't like where you are, so obviously you need to move around a lot. You gotta have all your troops returned. So at this point, I'm building a flag and I need him in there. So all you would do is go to where you want to teleport. You go to your items. It's not under boost, it's under other. And you can teleport within your territory. You can see, you can place your city and it would light up. Commanders, you can assign different commanders to get different bonuses as you level up. See, I still have one more spot on this one to unlock. And achievements, you can go through different achievements. As you get more achievement points, you can unlock this chest. And troops, you can get an overview of your troops. The last thing is you want to push level 25 City Hall, because most importantly, you level up your age and unlock better things, but you get the highest troop capacity in a single march at level 25. So you can have one super strong march, which is better than having two shittier marches, for example. So I think that's it for this video. Guys, just let me know in the comments if I missed anything that you think will help any other new players. And I will see you guys in the next Rise of Kingdoms video, okay? Peace out.